So this is another seated practice, similar to what we did in breath awareness, but now we're going to bring in some conscious movement. So like we did before, we sit towards the front edge of a chair. So we're not leaning back. We're sitting on the sits bones. So that's a bit of the pelvis that protrudes downward, designed for sitting on. We can feel those bones below. We feel our posture nice and uplifted. Feet on the floor, equal balance under both feet. Feet are flat, comfortable. Posture uplifted. And we're going to tie the conscious movement into the breathing that we did before. So the first movement we're going to do is to be still. So like we did in the breathing, just first notice the sensation of sitting in this position. Sitting with awareness, so the head is uplifted, shoulders uplifted. One tip I often give people is think of lifting the sternum up towards heaven. And we're just going to sort of wake up one side and then the other. So choose an arm, left or right, doesn't matter. One arm is going to stay here on the legs or wherever it's comfortable, and the other arm is going to come next to the body. Inhale. As you inhale, you're going to lift the arm as high as you can. It's fine if the arm is out here. Just lift, lift, lift. We just want to lengthen this side. And then as you exhale, lower that arm. And moving at your own speed. So I'll guide my own breath. You move at your own speed. Just inhaling up. And exhaling down. So that's just 2 times. We're going to do about 4 times. Inhaling up. Reach, 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 reach. Feel like you're pulling your shoulder away from your hip on the side. And down. Inhale, reach, reach up. And down. And then this time we're going to come up and we'll stay for 4 breaths. So inhale up. Feel like one side is a little bit longer than the other side. The hip stays on the chair, but at the same time, we're sort of imagining we're pulling up, almost like you're, standing in a cable car, holding on to the bar above, keeping you stable. So reach up, hold on, lift up, deep breaths. Just about 2 more breaths by my count. Reach, reach, reach. And then release it down. Bring the hands back down and pause. The stopping part is important because I just want you to feel what you've done. Just a little bit of movement. Just notice if there's a difference. And then we'll do the second side. So again, 4 times. Inhaling up. Reach, 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 like you're going to hold on to that bar. And exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Reach, reach, reach that shoulder as high as you can. And down. And remember, what you do doesn't have to look like what I'm doing. I'm just giving you a guidance. Every body is different. Every range of motion is different. So do the best that your body can do at this moment. What's important here is that we're moving, we're lifting, we're engaging these deep muscles in the body. The legs are working a little bit here. The pelvis is working a little bit here. The core, the chest, the upper back. And then this time we're going to stay here 4 breaths. So reach up if you can, as much as you can. If it helps to make a fist to hold on, do that. Otherwise, just reach, reach, reach. And then come down. Pause. And just a simple little in-between movement. Look forward. Keep the sternum lifted up. So you don't have to pull the shoulders back. Just lift the sternum. The shoulders will know what to do. Take a breath. And then very simply, just inhale, lift the chin like you're looking up. So don't let the neck arch back. Just lift the chin and then drop the chin. Imagine there's like an axis here between the ears, and you're rotating around the ears as you lift the chin and drop the chin. So this is just the skull lifting and dropping. The neck stays like it is. And what this does is it just gives a little stretch to the back of the neck as you drop the chin, and a little stretch to the front of the throat as you lift the chin. So there's all kinds of muscles, ligaments, tendons in the neck connected to the shoulders. Good. As much as you can, come back to that deep breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Trying not to hold the breath. Good. And bring the head back to neutral position. We'll come back to the arms again. So let's do one arm at a time, but we're going to do a little different movement, and then we'll see how it feels to do two arms at a time. So with one arm, again, choose right or left. Inhale up and down. So notice your own range of motion here. So my shoulders are very flexible. They can move in all kinds of crazy ways. So when I come up, I can bring my arm all the way next to the head, next to the ear. So for many of us, that's too much mobility. So we're not trying to make your shoulders look like my shoulders. We're trying to find a healthy range of motion for your shoulders. So maybe today that looks like this and back down. So whatever that range of motion is for you, we're going to bring that up. Yeah. And then just four times on the other side. Inhaling up, high as you comfortably can. Again, keep the chest lifted. A little tip, we talked in the breathing practice about when we exhale, the feeling of sort of zipping up, like you're putting on jeans that are a little bit too tight. So you inhale and exhale, zip up those jeans, engage this little part in the lower belly where we pull in to kind of put those extra tight jeans on. It's imagining you're trying to like bring your low belly, your belly button towards the spine. And here's what's cool. You can keep that feeling as you inhale until the very end of the inhale, then you let it relax, and then exhale, engage it again. Pause a moment. And then we'll try both arms, see how that feels. So both arms inhale up, as high as you comfortably can, and back down. Inhale up, and back down. And if you're finding that your body doesn't like to bring both arms up, then just pause during this part or do one arm at a time. We just have one more round with both arms. And pause a moment. And now we're going to do a little bit of a forward fold. So we're going to bring the body forward. When we do this in a chair, we want to slide the feet a little more forward. So before the feet were sort of at 90 degrees or so here, we want to bring a little forward because what happens is when we come forward, the center of the mass of our body moves forward and we need to adjust a little bit so we are stable. So let's just begin by, we're going to go down about halfway. So as we inhale, we're going to let the torso expand like we do, sternum lifted. As you exhale, begin that zipper in the low belly and just let the shoulders come forward, let the hands come to the knees to support the weight of the body, let the head come down, almost like you're going to bring it between the knees. And then inhale, come all the way up. Feel the sits bones underneath of you as you lift, sternum lifted, chin lifted. Exhale, zip the lower belly in. Let the body come forward just about halfway. Let the back round. Arms and hands supporting the weight of the body. And then inhale all the way up. Sits bones underneath of you as you come forward. Exhale, engage your zipper. Come down. Naturally, as you fold forward, you're coming forward in front of the sits bones. So they're not under you anymore as you come forward. Inhale all the way up. And back down. And all the way up. So we're going to try 4 more rounds. You can either continue doing it like that, or if your body feels comfortable and happy, we can slide the hands all the way down to the feet. So just make space between the legs here so we can comfortably pass through the legs or not feel too squished by our body coming against the legs. So we inhale again on the sits bones. Feel that zipper zip. As you exhale everything out, slide the legs all the way down. Pause here a moment. Now we want to come back up, and when we come up, let's think about engaging the back in the following way. We're going to lift the head first, as high as we comfortably can, like the back of the neck lifts towards the ceiling, and then feel like the back of the shoulders comes towards the ceiling, and then the mid back and the low back. So we come up with a straight back instead of a rounded back. But when we go down, we engage the zipper, we let the low back round, we dive down, sliding the hands all the way to the feet. Let's pause a breath here. And again, you can continue coming halfway down. Not everybody likes to have their head so low. But when you come up, first the head and neck, then the shoulders. Feel the back engage, nice and straight and long. The hands and the legs support. You can even sort of walk your way up if that feels more appropriate for your body. Stay here, exhale. We'll do 2 more rounds like that. So inhale. Exhale, slide or walk the hands down either to the knees or all the way to the feet. Stay a breath. Inhale, first lift the head and then the shoulders. Feel the straight back. Walk your hands up or slide your hands up all the way up to sitting. Take a breath. Inhale here. Exhale, zip up as you slide down. Stay a breath. It's okay if you're taking extra breaths to what I'm guiding. Important is that you're breathing and you know how to do that. Lift the head, lift the shoulders, walk or slide the hands all the way up. And pause. Take the feet back under the knees somewhere. Sitting up. Feel the body. Notice if these simple movements create more circulation in the body, maybe some heating. And then just a couple of other movements. So we want to sort of move the spine in a few different directions. You can think of this as a simple whole body practice. So one of the ways we can do that is we take a hand on the stool behind us. My bottom is wider than the stool. So there's no place for me to put my hand here. If you're on a bench or something, just put the hand next to the body. Or if your hand doesn't reach, you can use a block or a book. I'm going to put my hand behind me here. And then the other arm, I'm just going to reach up. And I'm just going to tilt down. So I'm not tilting very far, just enough to stretch this one side. And then come back down with the arm. You're going to take that hand down. And then you're going to take the other arm up and come down to the other side. We're just going to do that a few times, switching arms. So the arm on the chair is just for stability and supporting the back. If you feel like your core is strong enough, you can do a little more free flow. Just let the arms move down next to the body without coming onto the seat. So the idea is here not to come down deep in a side stretch, but just lengthen one side and hold the body up at the same time. So this is working the deep core muscles and lengthening one side and the other side. And then we'll come down, pause a moment. And then one more direction of motion. So we've done sort of lifting and coming up and down and side to side. We want to twist a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll take one hand on the opposite knee or opposite leg, wherever you can reach. You can bring the legs closer together if you need to. And then inhale, lift that sternum again. And exhale, just turn as much as you can. You can bring this other hand behind you, or maybe resting it on the back of the chair, or using the chair to sort of leverage yourself. So don't use your arms to pull, but just let the arms help you stay in the position. And then just breathe deeply here. You can look behind you, or you can look forward or somewhere else. Just feel like the neck feels safe and comfortable. I personally like to look forward. We're just going to stay a little bit longer here than we have in some of the other postures. At any time when you need to come out, feel free to release the body. Otherwise, stay a little longer with me. Try to breathe deeply. And then we'll release the position, come back to the center. And just as a little transition, let's take the feet forward again and just come halfway down. So a little bitty forward fold in case there's any asymmetric tightness around the spine. So coming up, coming halfway down. And then when you're ready, bring the feet back under the knees. Take the other hand to the opposite knee. Sit up nice and straight, sternum lifted. Turn and twist away from that hand. And then find a place for that back arm, either on the chair or on the back of the chair or against the wall, even if you're sitting on a box. And just breathe here, either looking back or forward. Breathing deeply. At any time you need to, feel free to release. And whenever you release, come back to the center in this neutral position. Just slide the feet forward again, coming either halfway down, so you can either come with the elbows to the knees, sort of a half forward fold, or if it feels comfortable, come all the way down to the floor with the hands. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths, sort of letting the back round release and lengthen. And then slowly come back up. Come back to our neutral position with the feet under the knees. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Just notice what you feel. And at the end of my classes, I have a little song I sing. So we'll bring that in here too. It sounds like this. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. And it just means if we find any peace in ourselves in this time that we practice, may that be a gift for everyone around us, maybe even for the whole world. So that's a nice thought to end the practice with.